most motorcycle enthusiasts, they're always chasing limits. You know, they're always trying to find a new adventure, really. For me, that's what it's always been. You know, I kind of conquer one adventure and I'm chasing the next adventure. What is that? And how can I push myself to be a better rider? How can I push myself to be a better person?
Well, for me, it's a lot just kind of giving back to the sport that's given me so much, right? I've been in it. I've been racing pro for over 20 years, and I've been to a lot of different events in Canada, US, and overseas. So I just I want to bring that, and I want to grow the sport here in Canada, and kind of show Canadians that like there's a whole nother world out there, and this is some of the events that you can do. And so, you know, it's just spurs on from my passion for the sport, and I really wanted to give back. So
off-road is like, it can be broken into enduro, and then guys are chasing something different, so let's go to hare scrambling, which is smaller closed course events. And then there's enduro cross, for instance, like Red Bull Rocks and Logs. There's cross-country events. So there's just a myriad of new off-road disciplines that have come around, and I think that's just from people sort of chasing those limits as to what can be done, what's possible on a motorcycle.
This one's not a sponsored product. This is just for old guys like me to keep my back functioning the next day, nice and tight.
Keeping the sport alive and keeping the kids in the sport is kind of what we're doing with Red Bull Rocks and Logs. We bring the event down to the heart of the city of Calgary and showcase what off-road riding is in a closed course setting. And you know, that's something that you know, I know my kids, they come and watch and they're just in awe, and they talk about it for years on end. It really teaches you how to handle a motorcycle in a completely different way, and it also puts you as a person through a lot of interesting experiences and challenges. It makes you a better person at the end of the day, and really makes you understand what kind of limits you do have. And there's a lot of sudden acceleration, and there's a lot of sudden stops happening, and there's a lot of upside down underneath bikes, and smashing pipes and metal parts and all kinds of stuff. So definitely a tough sport on the bike, but at the same time, those sudden stops, they can definitely tweak some body parts for sure. I had originally built this facility down here just as a practice facility for myself and a couple other local riders. Along came Red Bull and kind of had a look at the facility, which was, you know, just a very, very small version of what it is today. And asked, hey, you want to come down and see if you can put a track together? Let's do an event and see how it goes off. And 4 years later, here we are, and the event continues to grow, and Red Bull gets more and more excited behind it. And for me, it's a huge privilege just to be involved in the event. You know, for me, I'm super passionate. The sport's been a big part of my life, so yeah, it's a big privilege for me to be involved in.